What's going on, guys? Rounded Tic Tac here, and just a down and dirty review of what just happened to Fortnite. Because Jesus Christ, there are so many things to talk about, and much more to come. Can we give it up for Epic Games? Maybe they tweaked the little things too much on this patch, but damn, the amount of content that we've gotten in the past 2 months has been absurd. There's just so much to do. The Storm King, the dungeons, the Frostnite's back. There's new weapons, new mechanics, there's new traps. There's just so much. I don't know what the hell happened over there, if they maybe took their G Fuel or something along those lines, but damn, there's a lot to go over. And it's just, if anybody's asking, Frostnite is hard. It is hard as hell. There's something going on. I don't know if it's on purpose with the propane's AI, and they're randomly detonating everywhere. I ran it for 10 hours straight today, and it wasn't impossible. We made it to wave 15. That's the best we did, and it's just insane. Frostnite is super hard for a couple of reasons, and we'll get to them in just a second. Like I said, this is just a down and dirty review. I've had a very long day, but I just want to get this information out there. So the patch dropped, and I want to just talk about the key points of exactly what it means. Plus, I want to ask you what you guys want to see first. So, Holly Jolly Ransom questline. Time to decorate the trees, sing holiday songs, and resolve hostage situations. Help home base heroes rescue Crackshot in the new Holly Jolly Ransom questline. It's just a quest line, fetch quest, regular thing that we do, but you can't even be mad because the amount of content that we have now is just, there's so much to do that I haven't even had time to get this done. Normal patches that come out with something like this, I usually get it done in the first couple of hours, and then I'm done with the entire update. I haven't even touched this. I haven't even gotten to it. I did the first one, and that's it. But I mean, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Frostnite returns. Stay warm during the long winter night. Keep a burner filled with scavenged blue glow, because when it runs out, things get real cold real quick. As the burner health decreases, the storm shield shrinks, so fill her up. Survive as long as you can with only your basic starting weapons, schematics, and wits to protect you. Now, here's the thing about Frostnite. A lot of people started playing during the first Frostnite. Maybe they were level 60 and they weren't really able to do it at the highest level. Eventually, Frostnite became farmable for the most part, and you could run basically anybody through it. However, there are certain things that are changed now that make that almost impossible to do, if not completely impossible. There are changes to certain trap mechanics that we'll talk about in just a second, but some cool things. If you played Frostnite, you knew it was one map and one map alone. It is no longer like that. It is now a procedurally-ish generated map. That means every time you load in, the terrain is going to be different. Just like a regular mission that you would load into, it has its own tile set and can be any combination of tile set pieces, which is a good thing and a bad thing. There are certain spawns that you can get that just either completely ruin your run, like not getting a bacon farm within your tile set. That's 42 bacon missing, and that's a ton of gas traps you cannot craft. Or you could get something that has a pit right next to a spawn and you're able to push them in. Or you might just get something where you can't build. There's a certain spawn where if this is the actual objective, there's a mountain here and a mountain here, just like on some of those Atlas missions that you have to build like the entire mountain. That's the thing too. So it is cool, and it keeps it fresh and new, and there's so much to explore on the map. But it can be aggravating if you're going for a win. As far as I know, there's no one who's beaten it yet, which is a good thing, because you don't want to beat the hardest content as soon as it comes out. You want to struggle for it. But the way people have been losing, I've been on Twitch all day watching me, myself, and the other top players, if you want to say that, do it, and everybody's seeming to have the same exact problem. In the first Frostnite, a lot of people lost to taker waves or to lobber waves. This time, none of that seems to be happening. It is shorter at only 20 waves instead of 30, and takes about an hour and a half to complete. But no one's gotten there yet because of random things that keep happening within the party, within the group itself, that you cannot stop. Mainly propanes. Around wave 14 or 15, propanes just dislike your tunnels. And I've tried every trapping tunnel technique I know, and trust me, I know all of them, and none of them seem to work. 2 tile long timeout boxes, 1 tile long alternator, small tunnels, big tunnels, zigzags, everything, and just nothing seems to stop these propane husks from throwing at your base. And it's kind of irritating, but it's a fun challenge. You just need, you know, everything to come together and get it. It's a lot more hectic, it's a lot harder, and we're almost there. We're about 3/4 of the way there. So that's one thing. The next thing on the list is Jingle Jess. She's back. She has increases her teddy duration by 12, which doesn't sound too good yet, but just wait a second. We've got Krampus here, and although I didn't test it, they did increase the ability damage on characters. I don't think they increased it on his Rosie, which kind of sucks because it did work. Maybe they did. I haven't tested it yet. But like I said, this is just to bring you what's new. The Ginger Blaster's back. Get this pistol if you watch the range weapon tier list. This pistol is one of the best in the game. Definitely pick this up if you can get it. And Crackshot, one of the most underrated heroes in the game, it has returned. The entire questline revolves around him. He's funny as hell, fantastic character. Just look at this damage that he gets, 2.9 times 50. It's a ton of damage. And then we have a couple of new weapons. I do not have this one yet, the Paper Shredder. You don't want to be in the way when this paper airplane goes off. The pistol uses shells and slugs to launch a slow-moving paper airplane that damages groups of enemies when it explodes. If I had to guess, it most likely will be like the tiny instrument of death. Like I said, I don't have it yet, or the Freedom's Herald, but if it's anything like that and the damage is decent, then you know you'll be pretty happy with it. It is in the collection book, but it doesn't tell us the unique perk. There is also another pistol that is new, along with some other weapons as well that I just don't have. We have this assault rifle, which I do have, so we'll be able to inspect it, and I'll be able to show you exactly what it does. It has a unique perk on it. It shoots snowballs, which is interesting, but the perk itself doesn't sound bad. I haven't played around with it yet, but I do plan on doing so because it has applications within tunnels. I'm not sure if it sets up propanes. I hope to God it doesn't, because if it does, its usefulness will become very, very short-lived. It shoots snowballs, almost like the Snowball Launcher. It has a range of 2048, which isn't that great, but it has a unique 6 perk. Critical hits snare the target and nearby enemies for 30% by 4 seconds. That's pretty cool. Can't wait to play around with it. That's going to be on the list for you guys to decide as well. There's also, as you saw, we have the Coco 45 coming back, the Ginger Blaster, the Pop Shot, the Pain Train. Make sure you get this. The Pop Shot's okay. The Ralphie's Revenge, Santa's Little Helper for some reason if you don't like the Metal Marauder, the Coco 45, which I want to retest, the Supersonic Slasher. Let's take a look at what this looks like. This looks really, really cool. I don't have it yet. Hopefully I get it. And the Contender, which is a boxing glove on a baseball bat. It's most likely it is a club, which we all know how clubs are iffy. Don't know how good the damage is or anything like that. I haven't played with them. But those are the weapons that we do receive so far. We also get the Snowball Launcher. Very, very niche, not very good. I wouldn't really recommend leveling this up if you have something like the Santa's Little Helper in the game. Then we have the Winter Lamas, of course, General's Boot Camp, where they tell us that they have now 72% ability damage, reinforced health and shields up to 42%. Dragon Slash in a max party at max level is hitting for around 450 to 500k. Dragon Slash can crit, so if you eat a biscuit and then Dragon Slash, you're looking at close to 750,000 damage, up to close to 1 million, which is huge. I'm pretty sure all abilities got affected by this, but don't quote me on that just yet. I haven't had time to test everything. And here's another thing to take into consideration. Paleo Luna has been nerfed technically, or hypothetically. Hypothetically, she's been nerfed. If we take a look at her perk, it no longer says 16.5%, but down to 9%. However, you do have 42% more health, so it kind of evens out. I'm not sure which exactly is stronger, but it's probably around the same. I know I was hitting for about 160 to 180,000 damage per swing on a triple attack speed Spectral Blade. We'll have to test that as well. Now we have a new trap called the Clip's Corner. This is an anti-aircraft missile SAM site kind of thing. What you do is you put it on the ground. Let's show it in game real quick. You put it on the ground and it shoots incoming projectiles. Currently, it seems to be bugged to where it's actually shooting friendly projectiles too. So that's the Ghost Pistol, maybe the Yeoman even, the Mythic Pistol, stuff like that. You can only roll it, durability and reload. And honestly, I'm not sure exactly how good this item is yet. In Frostnite, I can't really suggest using it because you're gonna need a Lobber Shield regardless, but for regular missions, throwing a couple of these on top of your base and forgoing a Lobber Shield might be worth it. But now let's get into the juicy part, the nerfs. We tweaked the gas traps to have a tighter focus. They nerfed the gas traps. Nay, they neutered the gas traps. They are not good whatsoever. The affliction tick is completely gone. So unless you're spamming tar pit traps everywhere, they're only going to get hit one time. One time. Remember, they are physical, and in Frostnite, the Krampuses this year, I believe, are elemental, so you're not going to be doing a lot of damage. They are completely out of favor. However, the funny thing is, even in this nerfed state, they're probably still the best trap in the game. They no longer deal dot damage, as we said, so make sure to find a way to keep those husks under your traps. And if you're like me, you hate getting swarmed by those thousands of angry bees, you'll be happy to know you can now use gas traps to take out bee swarms. What? Who the cares? Who the cares about that? Who is running through a god dang tunnel to get rid of their... What? What the what is that? It's the dumbest goddamn thing that I've seen. And it's just... It's kind of ridiculous. Listen, guys, if you haven't tried them yet, for regular missions, they're probably fine. For other missions, they're bad. For Frostnite, they're terrible. For anything high level, you're gonna have to redo your endurances, your Canny Valley. Regular missions, you're going to have to spam more of them. It's a little ridiculous. And then even another nerf. In the latest round of testing, our launcher traps aren't able to get the smashers off the ground. The problem is, smashers are huge. So, on top of that, what they don't tell you is that smashers cannot get flung up at all by the floor launchers. However, fall damage is gone regardless. So even if you do fling up the little guys, they don't take fall damage anymore. At least from what I heard today and based on what I saw, they are also nerfed into the ground. The funny thing is the jail build still absolutely works. So that didn't get nerfed. And then finally, here's the other big one. I toned down the Storm King's Wrath a bit. Guess I didn't know my own strength when I made that one. It still packs a punch, but I've made it eligible for a reset. So the Storm King's Wrath got nerfed. It's not a terrible nerf. It's like maybe 25-30%. It's still ridiculously powerful, but Storm King's going to be a little bit harder. You can most likely still one-shot the horns if you crit and if it's rolled correctly, but still, it's definitely weaker. There are a couple of other cool things you can do. You can go within the settings of the game and go here and scroll down to here, and I'm sorry, here, go to the cogwheel and then save the world, automatic recycle, retire, and you can set this to how you want. Pretty cool. So there is the down and dirty version of the patch notes. I'm happy, I'm unhappy. I think they nerfed the gas traps a little bit too hard, in my humble opinion. They're really bad. Frostnite is fun, but very, very difficult, so make sure you are prepared to do that. And what do you guys want to see first? Do you want to see the weapons first? Do you want to see a Frostnite completion? We are trying. Do you guys want to... I don't know. Let me know what you guys want to see first. I'll bring it to you. I heard there's a new dungeon too as well. Or not a new dungeon, but like a melee only dungeon. So there's a bunch of stuff. I just wanted to bring you guys this video real quick. to just talk about some of the changes within the game. I did not plan for it to go to 15 minutes and 16, 17, 18 seconds. Hopefully I can edit this down a little bit, but I just want to give you my personal opinions about everything. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Plus, let me see what you guys, or let me know what you guys want to do. Also, there is a giveaway running on my Discord and on this channel through the melee weapon tier list. Good luck to you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Tic Tac out.